Alright, so in this video, you're going to get a free funnel template. You're going to see 3 different templates that I've built, as well as 7 different things that you need to keep in mind before you launch your funnel, and how to turn this template into a funnel that converts for your offer. So let's dive in. And real quick, if you don't know what Clickfunnels is, here's what it is in just 5 seconds. It's a landing page builder. It's different than other page builders because it allows you to have upsells and membership sites and email marketing in the entire process. A process that turns a visitor into someone who's interested and then becomes a client or a customer. So here's what the funnels look like. We have one funnel template right here, pretty clean, minimalistic. We have another one here with different colors, and then the third one with different fonts and different colors. And all of these are available in the Full-Time Funnel Designer course, but you can get one for free today as well. So if we take a look at this funnel, for example, you can see it has a sales page, an order form, and a confirmation page. And if you take a look at this one, it has a VSL, application, and thank you page. And that is because the first question you have to ask yourself is, what is your offer and what is the price point of your offer? Here's what I mean. Let's say that you're selling something that's 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. You want to have an application so that people apply to work with you. Then you can look through and make sure you're working with only people who are a good fit to work with you. And then you can either get on the phone with them, or you can message them and be like, hey, I think this is a good fit, and have that conversation to enroll them as a client. That's when you would be using the application funnel and this one. And then even if this is a sales funnel that explains the offer, who you are, the problem that you're solving, you're still having them apply and not purchase through an order form, which is very different to this one where you have a funnel first that sells the thing, okay, gets them interested, and then once they want to, get access to it, they go to an order form and they purchase the product. So those are the main 2 differences. And the main reason for this is because if it's higher ticket, it's a bigger purchase decision, and they might want to talk to you, ask some questions, and you might want to ask them questions as well before you enroll them. Versus when it's low ticket and it's more impulsive, people tend to make that purchase decision easier because it's not as much money. And also, one thing to keep in mind, if you're sending people to your page with paid advertising, is that it's a cold audience. And so you need to warm them up a little bit before they purchase, and you can do that with a little bit of a longer page, so you have all the information there. And there's a specific formula that I use, which is the 9P formula, 9 P's that you follow for long form funnels, versus a warm audience where people have been following you for maybe 6 months, 3 months, a year. Maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe you have a Facebook group, and people are more likely to purchase from you even if it's just an order form. And that's why some people have a short funnel, have an order form, and they get people to purchase with a beta launch. That's the first thing. What's the offer? What's the price of the offer? Is it high ticket? Do application. If it's lower ticket, meaning it's below 1,000, maybe even 2,000 sometimes with a webinar, then you can go with the order form one. So number 2 is all about the branding, the feel. And so when I build funnels for clients, I start out by asking myself, okay, what's the feel or the theme that I'm looking for? And so what's the color combination? What's the font? What's the imagery going to be like? Is it going to be something that's very fancy and more playful? Or is it going to be something that's more premium and minimalistic and have that a little bit more of a high-end feel to it? And also, if you're like, where do I find this inspiration to build my funnels? Keep watching, because at the end of this, I'm going to show you the graphics, the icons, the images, and everything where you can find inspiration before you're turning this template that you're getting for free into a live funnel. So with number 3, we're going to jump into my computer because I want to share something with you. If we go here, for an example, to pexels.com, you can see that I've typed in businessman, and what I'm doing is I'm looking at what type of feel I want to have to my photos. So the person, the hero of the brand, it could be you if you're a personal brand, but it could also be just a hero shot if you have a non-face business, meaning it could be a software business or something where you're not maybe the main face that sells your offer. You still want to have something that's like the face of the brand or the trust person that people can see in the hero section. So why do I show you this? Well, I show you this because I think it's very important to highlight the best version of yourself, or give the type of feel that you're looking for in your funnel also via your images, because you can only build your funnel as good as the images that you're using are. And so whether that's you using stock images or you getting your personal images, maybe at the office, maybe at home, depending on what the offer, the brand, the niche, that you're in. Maybe if you're a fitness person, you might want to have images from the gym, so on and so forth. And so it's very important that you have a professional photo shoot before you start building your funnel. Number 4, a lot of people talk about copy, why copy is so important and why ugly funnels convert if you just have good copy. And while I agree with some of those points, I think it's very important to combine the both. So you have beautiful branding and the design, and then you have copy that aligns with the graphics that you have, so that you have a full, comprehensive mix of the two. And it's so much more than what people just talk about.
You gotta know your customer avatar. You just gotta research your customer avatar.
Because the truth is, and trust me from my experience, people are not gonna tell you everything. So even if you talk to them, you don't know everything so that you can write the copy by just talking to them. But if you ask them these specific questions, it's going to help you to understand, okay, here's what they've tried in the past. Here's what they really want. And here's what they're scared of. And these things that really helps you write the copy in a compelling way. So the first thing is, what's the thing that keeps them up at night? Because it's very important that you have an offer that solves the thing that is like so painful that even if you charge a high ticket price for it, it will still be worth it for them because it's so important. It's something that they either can't live without or that is currently crushing them and is taking away the joy in their everyday life, and they need to fix this as soon as possible. And a good way to explain this to them via copywriting is, for example, if you give them something, you can say, so that you can. So if I give you a bottle of water, this is for you so that you can hydrate. Or if I give you a funnel template, it's here's a free funnel template so that you can launch your offer, so that you can run a business, so that you can scale your business. Or if it's fitness, I'm going to show you how to lose weight so that you can lose more weight, so that you can feel better naked, so that you can have more energy and be more present with your children. Like those type of things that people wouldn't normally talk about. And then once you've established that, you go to the second part, which is what have they tried in the past to solve this problem that didn't work out. So I'll give you an example. In an online business, for example, there's a big opportunity in the funnel agency space, but I do know people who have burnt out from having social media marketing agencies, me included. So what can I say to these people is, hey, I know you've tried having, an online business before. Maybe you've tried social media marketing and maybe you were burnt out from having this constant pressure of delivering results for them because you were doing everything. And, it was super stressful for you because every single month you had to deliver results or they fired you, and now you were running out of revenue and you were losing clients and all that. And so that's why I love funnel agency, because you don't have that sort of pressure. You're building the funnels, someone else is doing the ads, the pressure is not on you. And so that's why it's more creatively fulfilling. You see how I talk about what they've tried in the past, how I can relate to it, or how you see other people who have done the same thing so that they can relate to those people and now see the bigger opportunity or the vehicle to get into the results that you're promising them. I'll give you another example. Fitness, for an example. Maybe you help people lose weight and you say, hey, I know you've tried the strict diet where you eat nothing. I know you've tried working out every single day, doing this or that. And I can tell you, because I've been there, I was miserable trying that. And so if you haven't been able to get results yet, don't feel bad. Just know that there are other ways to get results, and then you introduce your way, which could be working at home with just your own body and then eating good 90% of time and doing fasting in the morning. Could be your unique way of doing it, right? So that's why you position your offer from a new angle and saying, hey, I know you've tried this in the past and it didn't work. It's totally cool. Here's a new way to do it, and back it up with proof, testimonials, case studies of people getting results. And then there's obviously the trust factor, the credibility, authority. Like, how can you show that you're credible? What are your results? Have you gotten results for other people? Can you show before and after? Like, what can you show? Can you use data, statistics to show, okay, here's why I'm good at what I do? Maybe experience and all of that, to build yourself up before you offer a solution so that they trust the solution because you have created it for them. And then there's obviously other things you can ask yourself as well. We have sales message offer creation here in my software that's coming out, called Frameworks, coming soon. But yeah, there's more questions that you can ask yourself. We're not going to dive too deep into that. Let's move on to the next one. So the fifth thing is, speaking of offers, what can you do to up the value of your offer? So let's say you have this big transformation that you're giving them. You have this big result, which is just the transformation, the result, the one thing. But when it comes to an offer, there are ways you can deliver the one thing. Meaning, if I say that I help you lose weight, there are multiple ways that I can help you do that. Number one could be, here's an online course, watch the trainings and just lose weight. Another way could be, hey, I'm gonna come there in person once per week and I'm gonna work out with you. I'm gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna give you a custom workout program, a custom nutrition plan, and I'm gonna make sure that every single morning I'm messaging you, making sure that you get your stuff done. That's another way of delivering it to make sure they get the same big transformation. So again, if we go into frameworks, you can see here, there's questions that we ask when we create this offer, high converting offer. And then we have objections. So we fill out, okay, I'm not good enough. I'm never, committed enough. I lose track. I don't follow through. And then we categorize those beliefs and we overcome them. Again, I'll do a separate video about how to overcome these objections, but it's a whole new way of thinking where you say, okay, the offer is this one thing, but then I'm also going to offer, for example, here, you can see I'm going to offer you a one-on-one call every week. I'm going to do a calculator to track your calories, or like a journal where you can, every single day you can document how you feel and all of that. And then when we meet once a week, we can go through the journal. And so there's just a lot of ways that you can use these to up the value of your offer. Again, there's different ways to deliver the same result. Here, I'll give you an example of how I'm doing this to up the value of my offer. So here's the 37funnels.com offer, $37, $1 per funnel. And so what I'm doing is I'm giving that away first, okay? 37 high converting sales funnels. Then I'm also thinking about what are some objections that people have. Well, I don't know how to use them. So I'm giving step-by-step video tutorials how to launch your funnel. Then they're like, okay, now I can launch them, but they're not going to look beautiful. So I'm also giving you a live funnel build out workshop, which is like, okay, now I can see how he's building it, making it beautiful, setting it all up, and I have pre-made funnel templates. So I'm building this, it's like Lego. I'm building this offer by adding everything that they need in order to not have objections for not purchasing. So even a Facebook group with access to me for questions, and then, discount, money back guarantee. So another example is like visuals, mock-ups, and showing people like, here's everything you're getting. So full-time funnel designer, I'm showing, hey, I'm not just giving you funnel design videos. That's boring. I'm giving you everything you need to build a high converting funnel and an online business. So that's why I use visuals like this, where it's like Clickfunnels hacks, visual hierarchy, tech made easy, copywriting, automation, integrations, best softwares, content, personal brand, offer creation. And it just really highlights the total value of the course, not just this like, hey, you're gonna get tutorials. I can find that on YouTube. In the course, there are things that you can't find anywhere online because I've built them from my experience after building 300 funnels. So hopefully that makes sense. And so finally, here's a couple of questions that you can ask yourself. How can I make it easier for them to achieve this result? Number 2, how can I make it faster for them to achieve this result? How can you support them better to make sure that they get this result? So not giving up, support, accountability, that sort of stuff. Number 4, what are some things that you can do for them, like pre-made stuff where you go in and you do these things that is easier for them to get this result? And then this kind of goes along with copywriting, offer, and copy. But basically, how can you make sure that they believe that this is also worth it for them financially? Because there might be cheaper ways to do this. Like if you hire me to build your funnel, there are cheaper people who are going to do it for like $500. So why would you pay me 5 times more, 7 times more, 10 times more to build your funnel? Well, maybe because of opportunity cost. If you first hire all these people and then you come to me, then you've spent both time, then you've spent a lot of money, then you spent all of this opportunity cost that didn't get you results, and now you come to me and you still pay me. And then another thing that I've seen a lot is like, okay, if people don't feel like they have the time to implement to get this result, how can you make it less time demanding to get this result? So could it be something they do at home? Could it be something where you again do something for them so it's easier for them? Or can you explain why it's so worth it to put in the time a little bit in the beginning to then make it not require as much time in the future? And then finally, add real urgency to it. An offer needs urgency as well and exclusivity, because people want to buy something that's exclusive, where they feel like, man, I'm getting one-on-one access to this person, which is very exclusive. Like not a lot of people get that. So he's going to be able, or she's going to be able to help me very closely. And that's exactly what I need. And I'm happy to pay for it. Okay, so that's number 5, all about the offer and upping the value. Now let's talk about a couple of different ways you can get graphics and icons and all of that to actually design this funnel. So again, we're going to take a look at, here's the first funnel, right? Then we have the next one here. We have the third one here. So I'm going to give one of these away for free. Basically, the first one is icon view, because you need icons, right? So you can get branded icons These ones here under material icons, 932 icons for free. You can scroll down here and you can choose if you want to have one color, if you want to have gradient colors, all of that good stuff. I also have line icons, which I've bought. And then I also have omni icons because those two are great and they give me a lot of options for my designs. Now let's move on to different graphics and background images. I'm using something like FreePic or PNG3, where basically you can type in a keyword like business or marketing or fitness or whatever, and you can choose, okay, is this a background image? Is this an illustration? And you can download this image and add a layer of color to it so you have your background images. Or like I said, illustration, you can download this, you can, delete the background from the image if you just want to use, for an example, the computer here. So download JPEG or download PNG, or you can also obviously download if you have Adobe Illustrator and that sort of stuff. Next up, branding. If you want to have your colors and font, you can go to dribble.com, 3 B's. And I like to go to branding or web design, but we're going to go here first. I'm going to go, okay, I really like the color combination of, and then I'm going to find one like this one, for an example. I like this gradient. And so what you can do is use a tool like this, right? A color picker. You can just type in color picker, Google Chrome extension. You can hover over this to get the color code. So there's the color code. I'm going to use this. Or you can use a site like coolers.co. What this is it's a color palette generator that's gonna give you, trending palettes. You can create your own ones, and this one can give you a nice combination that you can use for your branding. For this case, let's say I would just choose something like this, for an example. I can then preview it or view it here and get the hex codes from all of them. Right, so now you have a pretty good understanding of everything from upping the value of your offer, who you're talking to, the copywriting, and you want to have some inspiration to build your funnel and the actual design, okay? So you can go to 3 different places. You can go to dribble.com, again, you go to web design, you go down here and you're like, okay, I want to go with something like this, a little bit more bold, or I want to go with something that's more futuristic and minimal. So I'm going to go with something like this, right? Like a little bit more clean, maybe even corporate feeling to this one. You can also go to Pinterest, type in landing page design, and you can go, okay, I want something like this. Okay, so you can start with the background image, then get the illustration, the images, the icons, and everything, and slowly build it out step by step by finding inspiration from other pages. And you're not copying them, you're just looking at, okay, I'm going to use this section here with the laptop, with the background image behind it, with the graphics. That's what I'm going to use for my demo section, from my video player section, where I'm going to illustrate my offer. And then obviously Envato Elements is a really good one. You can type in landing page design, scroll down and look at some of these designs. And even branding wise, if you want to find inspiration for colors or fonts, you can do that here and say, look, I really like the blue and orange combination here, so I'm going to go with those two. You don't have to have the same exact code. You can get, again, inspiration, use the tool, get the code, and then move around and be like, I like this one. And then same thing with blue. Maybe I want to go a little bit more navy blue. And guess what? That's how I created this. Finding inspiration, moving around, being like, I like this combination a lot. And so I created this funnel template, which, by the way, it's time to give away. So you can get this one for free. Link is below in the description. It'll take you to a page where you just put your email so I can send out this template to you, as well as send you new video trainings about funnels and all that. And then you can just one click install it on the next page and install it into Clickfunnels. And if you're not using Clickfunnels, but you still want to build this funnel in another page builder, I highly recommend the Full-Time Funnel Designer course, because we show you how to build funnels in any page builder. In fact, the Clickfunnels part is just 10%. And then the rest is, how do I create these beautiful designs in Canva, in Sketch, how do I write copy, and all of these other things. And so, like I said, no matter which one you're using, it will be beneficial for you. Number 7, the tip of the day is, if you don't want to spend time building funnels, if you don't want to spend time designing or become a funnel builder, then you can hire someone in a Facebook group, for example. I have hundreds of funnel designers who are happy to build funnel for you. They go from 500, 1,000, up to 5,000. So there's levels that you can find whatever works for you. If you don't, again, want to spend time alone, you can provide them with the offer and the messaging, 3 links to funnels that you like the most, and then send them great images and a brand book of what you like and you found online, and it'll help them build an amazing funnel for you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.